And there's a clip I know you're going to show, and I wanted to just say, in it you would see, this is basically Saul from after Breaking Bad, that time period.
Yeah.
And he's living in Omaha, working in a Cinnabon, and he's really, he's starting to get really freaked out about being caught. Wow. So it's a tense scene.
Hey guys, Kiwi here. In this video, I'll be breaking down a sneak peek of the opening scene for Better Call Saul Season 4. This was released exclusively on Twitter, but it was eventually uploaded to AMC's YouTube page, along with even being shown on Jimmy Fallon. This is a sneak peek of the season's Gene scene, so warning of spoilers for everything in the show up to the Season 3 finale, and let's jump right into this.
Mr. Takovic? Mr. Takovic, sir? I'm so sorry, would you mind?
I have a taxi coming.
It'll just take a moment. Can I have another look at your driver's license?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm surprised that they'd release a sneak peek for the Gene scene of all things, but it cuts off right before things get really good, so if you're worried about getting completely spoiled, don't be. This scene also lines up with what we saw from the behind the scenes filming, as far as Gene trying to exit the hospital. The Season 3 Gene scene resulted in him passing out during his shift at the Cinnabon just after getting all worked up witnessing a thief get arrested. The cop thanked Gene for showing him where the thief was, but you could tell Jimmy felt horrible about it, eventually standing up and yelling at the kid to get a lawyer, which just pissed off the cops as that would mean even more work for them. Anyways, as Jimmy went back to his shift, I suppose the adrenaline of the whole situation caught up with him or something because he just passed out cold on the floor. This clip now shows what appears to be Gene attempting to leave the hospital, but he gets stopped by a secretary wanting to sign him out. So just as a quick side note, here we actually learn Jimmy's full fake name, Gene Takovic. We now know this because the secretary was referring to him as Mr. Takovic when she was calling him over.
For some reason, this computer keeps kicking us back. And this is your current address?
Uh-huh.
Can I have your social security number again?
531.
531.
Gene states that he has a taxi waiting for him and he was literally about to go out the door, but the secretary insists that it will only take a minute. Gene knows what this is going to lead to, but the clip shows Gene's driver's license not working at the receptionist desk, followed by possibly his social security number. I'm not sure. The clip ends, but that's the suspense. Now, normally it would be very careless for Jimmy to visit a hospital or a public building which requires you to give your social number and more personal information, as he doesn't want to raise any red flags. But considering the Season 3 Gene scene, he passed out at work, so his coworkers probably called an ambulance for him and he was taken to the hospital involuntarily. Remember, in the Season 2's Gene scene, he showed us that he'd rather spend a night locked out by the dumpster instead of leaving through a door that would have sounded an alarm, alerting police to his location, as he might have had to give them his personal information and confirm to them that it was just him opening the door since he got locked out. So focusing on his ID situation. I know that he paid Ed, the vacuum cleaner man in Breaking Bad, to get a new ID with all the necessary paperwork, but how long will that work out for? With all the systems constantly getting updated, wouldn't it only be a matter of time until his fake ID would start to raise some red flags?
531.
531. That's the Pacific Northwest, right?
Yeah.
I got a cousin who moved to Tacoma. It's supposed to be beautiful up there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got a taxi. Go ahead, 531.
I don't think that the license Ed gave Saul was a phony piece of crap. I doubt that Saul would pay like however much he did at the end of Breaking Bad for some crappy fake license, and hopefully Ed wouldn't screw him over like that. What's more likely is that his license expired years ago, or maybe just recently even, and Gene has forgotten to renew it. Now, I'm no professional on people with fake IDs or anything, but Jimmy is a federal fugitive, right? How would he have gone about renewing his license? Would he have just gone in to renew his gene license like any normal person, or would he have to get back in contact with Ed? Are these gene scenes starting to show how technology will eventually catch up with him, or is he just getting paranoid? Will he have to change names and flee again or something?
Go ahead, 5, 3, 1.
008 7 1 4.
Okay, that's 5, 3, 1, 008 714.
I assume that the situation is all we'll see with Gene for season 4, as all the previous seasons only had one Gene scene as well. It doesn't look like the full scene since it cuts off right before the climax without any real resolution, so how long will this scene continue on for? Will Gene end up getting away, chalking this up to be a false alarm, setting off his paranoia, or will he actually get screwed over here, resulting in him possibly getting all worked up at this secretary? Each Gene scene has progressively shown more of Jimmy and Saul shining through, so will Gene possibly give some tricky wordplay in order to talk himself out of this situation? He seems to not have the same type of social skill that he used to, but is that all just a part of the old innocent Gene act, or has he really become like that from not talking to people for so long since he's in hiding? Also, I wonder if we'll only get one opening scene with Gene this season as well, and if so, as I said, how long will the total scene be? I'd like to have more than one flash forward with Gene this season, and there are theories of the series ending with multiple Gene episodes or even a full Gene season. Now, whenever they decide to wrap up the show, we may get more with him, but for now, Better Call Saul has been renewed for season 5, so we know that we have at least one more season to go and that the show won't end with season 4. Will this Gene scene at the hospital leave a big cliffhanger for Gene in season 5? Now, Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould mostly think up of everything year by year as they go, but I wonder how much of the Gene timeline they do have envisioned already. How much of Gene will we see in season 5 as well? Let me know what you guys think, and stay tuned to the channel for my next video where I'll be discussing the second sneak peek for episode 401, which involves Nacho and Gus. I'd appreciate a like on the video if you've enjoyed anything I've said today, as it really helps me out more than you could imagine. Feel free to subscribe for more Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad content in the near future, and if you'd like to take that extra step in helping support my videos, consider checking out my Patreon as well. There's a bunch of different rewards involving the channel, such as a chance to directly influence the videos being produced, link in the description. Also, feel free to follow me on Twitter, link also in the description. I'm fairly active on there as well. Even when I'm not posting videos, I'm always retweeting anything and everything I can involving both the Better Call Saul and Walking Dead universe. Anyways guys, as always, I thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out!